Yo, what's going on, man? It's your boy, Kid Savage, back at it again with another Streetbeefs commentary. I'm kind of extra smiley, man, and don't worry about it, but, you know, it's something else. But right now, man, we got another Streetbeefs fight coming at y'all. We got Afro Samurai going against Atlas. Afro Samurai, I remember seeing, as a matter of fact, these two, they fought before. And I believe it was in the same event, so I think they was boxing or whatever the case may be. And I can't remember how it went. I think Afro Samurai won that, but yeah, Afro Samurai, I think we seen him here one time. Other than that, too, before he was in the main yard or whatever the case, and dude, he got hands, man. He can bang or whatever the case, so you can't really sleep on him. And then Atlas is actually like a old school, like a Streetbeefs guy, to me anyways, because I kind of been watching. I can't even remember when I started watching him, but I've been watching him for a while, Streetbeefs for a while, and I remember seeing him from a while ago or whatever the case. So yeah, he's very gritty, and he don't got no quit in him either. So this should be a very entertaining fight. Shoot, other than that, man, I don't really got much else to say. We already know about these guys, so let's get to it. There we go. Afro Samurai 205 going against Atlas 175, and they doing it in MMA too. That was another thing I meant to say. We got Afro Samurai in the Orthodox, I think. I hope I'm saying that right. Correct me if I'm wrong. Atlas come with the jab, and instantly we get a reaction from Atlas. Those nice little lead. You need to watch out for that lead punch by Atlas, but I don't know if that was a slip. But Atlas damn sure taking advantage. Unfortunately, they ain't in the cage, so it's kind of like, you know, we're gonna have to pause every now and then. But they done reset it. Atlas, he Orthodox too as well. He throws a nice little fake jab to a to a real leg kick. They end up clashing again, but Atlas end up on his back. Atlas can try to up kick him, but Afro Samurai doing a good job tagging the legs while Atlas on the ground. Atlas probably need to get up right now. This ain't I don't know if he's got any jiu-jitsu skill. Yeah. We'll be back on the feet. They coming back at it again. Both still trying to read each other, not do too much. Atlas throws a nice head kick, but just way out of range. Throws a teep to the head. Afro Samurai moves out the way real swiftly. These guys are real patient. They're really trying to wait for their moment. Afro Samurai starting to push the pace a little bit, try to make his moment. And he got Atlas backed up. Atlas needed to circle out to Afro Samurai's left if he want to pop off some strikes. He need to get out of the way, get from the corner, and circle out. Nice, what's the name? Weave by Atlas, but he need to throw something behind it because Afro Samurai putting on the pressure. That was a nice leg kick by Atlas though. Afro Samurai should have threw that leg kick. It probably would have landed. Let's hear the corner advice. I like the fact that they show the corners. See what learn a little bit about their style potentially. Round two. Let's get it. Touch of the gloves. Back in the same stand. Atlas starts off with a lead head kick. Stows a lead leg kick. Afro Samurai getting aggressive. He's tagging Atlas as Atlas pretty much reacted in everything. He needs to slow down a bit. They're tied up in the clinch, and Afro Samurai throws off a nice clinch. I think Atlas is getting overwhelmed, man, because he don't seem to really be aware of what's going on. I mean, if he is, he is not showing much. The referee had to bring him back in the center. Mind you, like I said, there's no cage, so they can't really back up in anything but people. They're back in the restart positions. Atlas being aggressive, throwing a nice straight into the into another walking straight. But one of them, man, Afro Samurai throws a nice jab and sit Atlas down. Atlas sitting up. He should have just got up while he could. Afro Samurai on top. And he's starting to land elbows. Someone called it out. The elbows to the body, elbow to the head. He's pushing his head down to try to posture up and throw more strikes. If I was Afro Samurai, I'll try to improve position maybe. But he seemed to like not really be having much trouble here. Afro Samurai could land some elbows in that position. Atlas need to get up. He need to kind of like let go of the head and try to swim underhooks and push his body off the ground and try to sweep Afro Samurai. Nice elbow from the bottom from Atlas though. But he still need to get up. He don't want to be trying to strike from here. Afro Samurai is just raining down ground and pound. Some of them may be hitting the body, some of them may be hitting the head, but the fact that he's able to do all this doesn't look good in the judges' eyes. Atlas need to try to work his way up. He need to kick him off right there and try to push the stand-up instead of trying to strike while on his back, because he's not going to generate enough power like that. He got to kind of like pace himself and like almost like what the guy's saying, like in a sense wrestling, get his arm from around his head and grab his waist instead, and use the arm that's free to post up and push off the ground and try to sweep the position to where you can at least grapple and to get more ground and pound, or at least stand up or something. Nice advice, because that's pretty much how you do it. You want to push on the head, make sure you know where it's at. It's almost like you posting and aiming. You aiming, you posting, and you pretty much striking. Your hand is on his head to make sure you know where it's at, and then you throw the elbow right after. But we got to start at round 3. No touch of the gloves this time. I think Atlas knows that he's losing the fight. But nice leg kick by Atlas. You don't see too many people checking him. It'd be crazy if one of them end up checking it. Atlas throws another nice head kick, but every time he throws it, he's like out of range. He need to step in more, but if he do that against a taller guy, he may end up getting tagged. So he need to keep doing like what he's doing, go to the head. Because right here, when he him backed up against the corner, he need to like utilize footwork so that way he can set strikes up. Because right now, Afro Samurai is walking him down. And every time the Afro Samurai comes in, like you can see that Atlas is feeling the pressure. You don't see much combos. That's another thing from these guys too. If somebody utilize a little bit more combos and like in a more pace-like manner, then we might see a difference. All it takes is somebody to switch it up. It's a constant pace they kept up throughout all 3. Afro Samurai with the hand play into a leg kick, and then he throws a head kick this time, set it up with the leg kick. And he's longer too, so that's another thing. Atlas over here throwing labored kicks and stuff, man. I think he's starting to get tired. Nice combination into a leg kick. Wow, dropped him down. Wow, yeah, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. Wow.
Again, Afro Samurai _OG on Instagram. DeAndre Williams on Facebook. Do you even do MMA? I don't do MMA.
Of course he don't. Man, I think the last time I seen this man, he was doing boxing and stuff. So yeah. I don't think Afro Samurai do MMA. I think he's a boxer, but shoot, he darn sure got some MMA ability. I'll tell you that for damn sure. Wow, that was a good fight, man. That was a damn good fight. Both guys made it through all 3 rounds. Pretty much putting them together like a different varying of techniques and stuff. And they pretty much, put their skills to the test against one another and was able to put on a decent showing. I think Afro Samurai being the boxer, I think it helped him out a lot. Being able that he was able to kind of like utilize his stand-up with his footwork, with his pressure, like going in and winning to come out, not getting into certain areas if he don't feel he need to, and then like also at the same time pretty much like taking chances when it's not like deemed so much necessary or whatever the case. He was like setting up a lot of his shots with the jab. He was throwing like a lot of different little hand motions or whatever, doing a lot of hand gestures or whatever the case. And I think what Atlas' problem was is that he was reacting too much to it all. Like anything you do, throw the hand out, he'll kind of like reacting. Sometimes you want to be that reactionary, but sometimes it could play against you or whatever to the point where you end up going into something. And I think after a cumulative like strikes after a while, he already had fell down on his back a few times where he could have just got back up. He could have like threw the up kick to threaten with it, and then at the same time as he like get back up, but also keep your hand out and making sure you're not in range of getting struck or whatever. But you know, sometimes in those positions you're a little bit timid or you don't want to like risk getting hit or anything or whatever the case. And I think like one of the worst things there is to be so scared to get hit that you end up getting hit. So I feel like maybe if he was a little bit more, maybe probably like sparring, what he probably need to do more of. Probably like need to spar a little bit more, try to get used to like, you know, trading blows and taking blows or whatever the case may be. And then of course always going to classes or whatever the case, taking classes, go to your local gyms and whatnot, do that, and just, you know, get better at the craft. As for Afro Samurai, like he pretty much was doing his thing, man. Like he boxer came straight over to MMA, did MMA, and pretty much seemed successful at it. Much as it still remains to be seen if he continues with that, but I mean, for a 205er, he looks pretty good, like especially like for his technique and for his size too. So Afro Samurai got a good future ahead of him if he continues fighting in Streetbeefs or anywhere else for that matter. But yeah, other than that, man, it was pretty, like I said, a pretty decent fight, man. Good job to both guys for stepping in there. Like, you guys got guts. Ain't nobody, not too many people will step in there and do that, but shit, you guys are warriors, man. So don't ever look down and feel bad about anything about what you did. Just get better and try to, you know, train more and do what you need to do to be, you know, the best you. But yeah, man, other than that, man, this been your boy Kid Savage, back at it again with another Streetbeefs commentary. Peace.